The Devil's Soul, Book 3, Chapter 14, Section 1, Arizona, 1980s. Fedor returned to Arizona with Greta in the 1980s, semi-retired. Eli met Dale once as a child during a visit with Paul. Even then, Eli sensed a rivalrous, almost fraternal tension between the two. Dale seemed cooler than Paul in an unmistakably 80s way, wearing sunglasses matching the earthy browns and deep reds of his clothes. Tones that seemed to flow seamlessly into the decor of his home. The apartment was stylish in a restrained masculine way with leather chairs, dark wood accents, and rugs with the same warm palette. The effect left an impression on Eli, who saw Dale as put together in a way his father was not. Dale had turned out all right, though he was something of a loner and a drifter, likely due in part to Fedor's intervention in his life. What had transpired between Fedor and Dale remained unknown, but the idea lingered with Eli for many years that the line between helping and harming in relationships can be thin. Worse still, Eli wrestled with the unsettling notion that true evil often hides behind righteous intentions, and even noble desires can sometimes pull men toward dark deeds. Susan often weaponized secrets against people, and her tendency to distort or misremember parts of her own life made her claims about a secret relationship between Fedor and Dale suspect. Still, there was no denying Fedor's preoccupation with sex, a fixation shared by many evangelicals. Paul avoided discussing his father's sexuality naturally, though he sometimes displayed a contradictory streak of homophobia that clashed with his self-described progressive ideals. Whatever Paul's feelings about his father's sexuality, Fedor settled into the semi-retirement, far from Dale, and devoted himself to ministering to fellow believers in hospice care. In Phoenix, he was as beloved as he had been in Dayton, Ohio. When Fedor passed in 1996 at the age of 75, Paul sat at his bedside reading Psalms as a thunderstorm raged outside the hospice facility. It was not an easy passing. Few are when they don't come suddenly. Was his conscience burdened in the end? Paul, for his part, remained single except for a few fleeting relationships in his late 40s. As he grew older, he continued to attract women, but seemed spoiled by a preference for the young and gorgeous, leaving him unable to settle. Eli often felt guilty for speculating about these dynamics and or writing about them. Still, he resolved to hold himself to the same unforgiving scrutiny. In his mind, he was cursed by the notion that the sins of the father are, yes, inherited.